participants. Good evening to you. I take this opportunity to speak with you regarding the ways to avoid plagiarism in research papers. Anyway, we know that actually there are a lot of students, not only students of the research scholar background also, there are people really having certain difficult to publish some kind of research paper. Even single paper, they have certain struggle to publish nowadays. Actually, I hear that it is easy to publish the paper because so whenever we have certain depth knowledge regarding certain research area, definitely we can easily publish the paper. The thing is, we need to contribute something to the world. So that is what we are learning, and as well as we are serving to the society. I know very well. Here, I would like to give certain input regarding the ways to avoid plagiarism in detailed manner. Let us start one by one. I think the first slide. Sir, can you please, excuse me, sir. Sir, can you please move the slide, sir? Yes. The plagiarism, where it comes from? It comes from the Latin word of plagiarius, which means a kidnapper. And we can say it is first described by the literature by Ben Jonson in the 16th century. But so what he described towards the plagiarism, it is called guilty of literary theft. So we know the meaning of guilty of theft. Then another thing, the Hoster in 18th century, actually he has published one first article regarding the plagiarism. The name of the article is like a compliment or plagiarism. There are more than 100 articles that are published on the name of this title, but this is the first one, according to my knowledge. The next slide, sir, please. So when we're talking about the plagiarism, according to the Webster Online Dictionary, it has certain meaning that is called to steal and pass off the words and ideas of another's one's own. Use another's productions without creating the source. Commit literary theft. Present as new or original an idea or product derived from the existing sources. So these are the definitions according to the Webster Online Dictionary. So we have several meaning. Here we have some regarding the plagiarism. So let us go for the next one. According to research, what it may be plagiarism. Plagiarism is the unethical practice of using words or ideas. It may be either planned or accidental. It may be happen. It is our author or any other researchers may be used or your own previous works without proper acknowledgement. Actually, when we are using some other properties in the same some other content or idea, whatever it is, that should be we have to give certain acknowledgement to the original author. So without providing the original providing an acknowledgement, it should be leads to plagiarism. It is also considered as a serious academic and intellectual offense. Then it may be produce certain kind of negative consequences loss of author credibility and reputation. There's a paper retraction. The paper retraction is very very is the fear the fear should be there among the students and as well as like a researcher. Whether we have like having like a pattern in our research papers, then why should we like go for the why should we go for the next level? Better we have to stop our research work because we get so many plagiarism in our paper. It is like I know very well there are a lot of researchers have struggled to publish the paper because of the plagiarism. Here, the plagiarism also produced certain problems in our academic publishing and as well as the paper retraction. What I have shown. Next slide. Well, here we have to know. So, what are the reasons may be associated with plagiarism? There are like many reasons that are associated with the plagiarism, starting from an individual and not limiting to the institutional and as well as like a journal, textbook, research funding agencies, and international prize. In also an inherent desire or urge to be successful or cultural, psychological, aggressive nature towards the success or fear of a discrimination for a failure, promotion, a financial or like a job gains, peer pressures, and the need to increase one's records number of publications are some of the individual causes also related to our practice. Like here, some other causes we have, like lack of education at the undergraduate level regarding the plagiarism. I'm damn sure about that. At the PG level, people, students may be like having certain knowledge about like plagiarism. So, what is plagiarism? Like how it works, how it associated with our research work. But what about like an undergraduate level? At the undergraduate, when we are like providing like appropriate like education towards plagiarism, undergraduate students, it will be leads to we can call we can cultivate the particular education to the students. It will be enhance the students to motivate to pursue research work. Then the next thing, the demand of publications during interview are also other causes for the plagiarism. So we know very well. So wherever the people are applying for the job interview, especially like IIT, IIM, and central universities, even the state university, and even in the private deemed universities and colleges also. So we can see that there are like a lot of people are really getting a drawback. Really have they are getting like a struggle to get the job because of the demand of the publications, because of the publication. Here, the plagiarism also involves the major role in publishing the articles among the job interview people, and as well as to get university or research grants. So whenever we are looking for the university research grants and as well as some other grants, it may be associated with our publications, number of publications, and as well as like a number of book publication, number of like a minor area of research work. That should be here. The thing is, whenever we are to publish some research papers, it will be like a boost or enhance our like a quality and as well as a quantity of the research work. I know very well, and as well as we know very well. Then it will be like a tend to get certain like a university grant or research grant among ours. Then to increase the academic and as well as like social activities of the department. Here, number of peer pressures as well as so it is like we can say per year you have to publish some papers, some research articles, and as well as some research book materials. So likewise, the head of the institutions may be say. So some kind of situations. So we can't tolerate. We know very well. So that situation is also one of the reason for the plagiarism. Then the shortage of time. then the shortage of time, and as well as inadequate preparation, poor English or writing skill, and as well as the pressure to publish more articles than to consider the quality in a shorter time are the causes of plagiarism. Then, poor reviewing methods or uneducated reviewer. The poor reviewing methods, it is like, so whenever we are go through the materials, probably we are looking for the of literature. Here, the thing is, so probably the people maybe like study like only the abstract or like only the conclusion. So what about the depth content? The depth contents may not be like aware. So such a kind of people maybe leads to get the more number of like percentage of plagiarism. Then competition among us journal to publish more articles are some of the other factors that can lead to non-deductions of a plagiarized content. Like a competition among a journal to publish. Anyway, we have like so many like online library and as well as online journals we have. So whenever we are looking for like, for example, whenever we are entering the keyword self-esteem, there are list of self-esteem articles there, and as well as there are list of like book materials associated with like self-esteem. The thing is, the competition is more among the journals and as well as publishers. Here, so we have to find out which journal or the publications will be like essential and as well as match with our exact research work, whether it is like a repeated one or not. So we have to like find out. So unless the like a number of like plagiarism and as well as like the duplications will be what extent. The next thing, I would like to give certain information regarding the types of plagiarism. Sir, can you please move the slide to types of plagiarism, sir? Yes, sir. Thank you. The types of plagiarism. When we're talking about the types of plagiarism, the plagiarism has many types. I would like to give one by one. The first thing is like intentional plagiarism. Probably we know that intentional plagiarism occurs when the author deliberately, intentionally, or knowingly copies entire text or paragraph or the data and present as its own. It is like maybe like it is like the intentional plagiarism will be like associated with the peer pressure. So you have to like publish this article, this paper within like 1 week or within 1 month. Is it possible to publish one article within a 1 month? Exactly, in our psychology field, it will be very difficult to publish a scientific paper. I know very well about the like how much effort we have to put for one article to publish. It takes minimum like 1 year or 1.5 years if you are going to publish a repeated journal. At the same time, what about the unintentional plagiarism? The unintentional plagiarism occurs when the author either is not aware of such a research or is unaware of the ethics in writing or does not know how to cite and thus present similar article. So here, the unaware of like research ethics, that should be like unintentional. That should be comes under unintentional plagiarism. The another thing, the researcher may not know how to cite the article. Here, I would like to give, so what are the like reference style we are going to use for the plagiarism? Yeah, later I will give. So here the unintentional plagiarism, it may be like, it's entirely based on like the researcher lethargic and as well as the laziness. So why should I study all those materials? I just simply take or simply borrow 1 or 2 lines. It will be enough for the paraphrasing the materials of what I have in my research. So such kind of like intentions, those who having that should be comes under like an unintentional plagiarism. That should produce such a kind of a plagiarism. Then the next thing, sir, can you please move the slide, sir? The next thing, copycat paste. Copycat paste. Here, we know that the pictures or the sentence or the paragraphs. So we probably the researchers or the students probably those who are like copy and simply paste it, and they may not like provide like a appropriate acknowledgement to the original author. That should be comes under like a copy cut paste plagiarism. The next thing, source. Source is another types of plagiarism. Here the previous articles citations without actually reading or cross-referencing the bibliography will lead to this kind of plagiarism. The next thing is patch writing or mosaic. So we can say patch writing or mosaic. Here, I have noticed like not only many students, many researchers or like research papers I have like noticed that there are like replacing or ordering or replacing some actual content will leads to providing plagiarism. So such a kind of like a plagiarism comes at a patch writing or mosaic. Here, and I would like to like read this statement. This here like a new author uses the previous article text by replacing, reordering, or rephrasing the words or sentences to give it new look without acknowledging the original author. So this is what actually I have already told you in the unintentional like plagiarism. Here it is like a similar one, fast writing. So whatever the materials you have like gone through and borrowed from the original author's materials, so we need to acknowledge the original authors. Otherwise, it comes under like a patch writing. The next thing, self-plagiarism. The self-plagiarism, probably we know that. So so we may not give appropriate citation for our own articles. So that's comes under self-plagiarism. Then the next thing, submission of the same article to the multiple journals to increase the chances of publications or making multiple articles from the single articles. So these kind of like activities will be known as like salami slicing. So this is also one of the plagiarism. The next thing, ghost writing. The next thing, what we call ghost writing. So this is also one of the type of plagiarism. Okay, in here, the main contributor is not giving due acknowledgement, or someone who has not contributed is given due credit. Here, actually, what we call like probably the researcher give like citations or like give reference details or acknowledgement to the someone else instead of providing the original author. So such a kind of like plagiarism comes under ghost writing plagiarism. Then the next thing, collusional means here this is also one of the types of plagiarism. Here the author acts a professional agent or institutional to write an article and then claims as its own. So this is also one of the type of plagiarism I would like to convey. So the next thing, what are the ways to avoid plagiarism? So what are the ways to avoid plagiarism? Here, there are a lot of ways to like avoid or reduce our plagiarism in our research papers. The first thing is the paraphrase. Paraphrase, we know that like, so we need to like, first we need to read entire article or entire like book material content, whatever we require. Then we need to like restate someone else's ideas, restate someone ideas, and so we need to present as in our own sentence and give. So we to provide the proper acknowledgement to the original author. That should be comes under like a paraphrase. Here, a paraphrase restates someone else's ideas in fresh words and sentences. The second thing is quote. So we have to use certain quotes to indicate that the text has been taken from another paper. The quote should be exactly the way appear in your paper, what we have to take them from. Here, so we can give like the double quotation mark with using the original author name. That will be leads to reduce our plagiarism or avoid our plagiarism. The next thing, we have to identify what does and what does not need to be cited. What does and what does not to be cited. So when we're talking about the citation, the reference style should be we have to thorough. So with thoroughing about reference style, we cannot like give appropriate citation to the original author in our research material. Sir, can you please the next one, sir? So when we're talking about the like a citation, according to APA style, we can say like in-text citation and as well as like a reference citation. The first thing is like in-text citation. So when we are using APA format, here we have to use certain rules, or we have to use certain part to like cite our cite the individual's work. Here, I would like to one example here, that is for the like in-text citation. Here the author name should be last, which means the author, anyway the author name may be like for example Jerome Webner. The Webner may be the last name. Here the last name should be comes in the first, and as well as we have to like put in the comma and the year of publications we have to enter. So when we're talking about the like in-text citations, we have like two kind of citation here, like a parenthetical citation we have, and as well as a narrative citation we have. So we're talking about the parenthetical citation. We have to use only like the author and as well as the year, and as well as the narrative citation also we have to use the author, the year. But the thing is when and where we have to use. So that will be we have to know. So I have given the format of in-text citation. Sir, can you please move the next slide? Here, in the in-text of your research paper, if the author's name is a part of the narrative, include only the year of publication in the parenthesis. For example, I have given one thing example here. According to Smith, 1998. So this is an appropriate citation, in-text citation, according to APA style. Then what about the next citation, like a parenthesis citation, the last one. According to APA style, we can use like Smith, actually the end of the line. That is called like the APA style is an easy citation for the first time learner. Open the parenthesis. And the year of publication. If it is secure, so we have to put the page number also. Then what about the final work at the end of the like a bibliography? So we have to use the bibliography here. If, like I have given the appropriate example for the particular reference. So can you please move the next slide, sir? Sir, can you please move the next slide? Yes, sir. Thank you. So actually, this content will be very useful to you, I think. Here I have given some information regarding how to use a single author or two author or three or more authors in our in-text citation. In-text citation. In this in-text citation, we have like the parenthetical citation and as well as the narrative citation. I already told you like according to Smith. So when we narrate the sentence, that should be comes under like a narrative citation. When we put it the like exact content or like some modified content, then we have to use the parenthetical citation at the end of the sentence. Here, the first author, like one author, I have given like Gonzalez, summer 2019. So this is we have to use in the parenthetical citation. The next thing, like the narrative citation, we have to use like a Gonzalez 2019 in the first. Actually, here there are many students who have certain doubts regarding the open parenthesis and the like end parenthesis where we have to use. So without having like appropriate knowledge, they are simply putting and simply getting some trouble in the research article. It is like so we have to use we have to use like a parenthetical citation and as well as like a narrative citations when it requires. Then when we coming to the like two authors, how to use two authors in the parenthetical citation, I already given here. Like so we have to put the first author and as well as second author to put the comma and we have to use 2019 at all. Actually the in publication. Then in the narrative citation, it is entirely different. So here in the narrative citation, we should not use like the and symbol. Instead of we can use and in the letter form, like the Gansel and John 2019. Then what about the three or more author? How can we use the parenthetical and as well as narrative citation? Here, the parenthetical citations, we can use the first name author and we can put it all. And simply we have to give 2019, which means the year of publication. Then the narrative citation, it is also similar to this, but the open parenthesis and like the closed parenthesis should be year of publication one. Then what about the group authors with the abbreviations? So when we're talking about the group author abbreviation, here the first citation when we are giving in our in-text citation, here for example American Psychological Association, so we have to put it APA first and year of publication. Here once we give the AP, the abbreviation appropriately, in the subsequent citations we can simply use the forms only like APA only instead of using American Psychological Association for entire research. Then narrative citation, it is also the open parenthesis and the closed parenthesis should be end of the book or end of the author. Then when we have no authorship here, so we have to use the like a particular like a abbreviated version and as well as the year of publication. That should be enough. So can you please move to the next? The next thing, the ways to avoid plagiarism is, so we have to cite our own material. So anyway, we have published many article in our like academic career. We know that. But the thing is, what about like the younger generation? What about the student? At the like UG and PG level, they may not like publish a single paper or at the UG level. We know. But the thing is, so we have to like motivated the students here. So when the document is required, if the author is published one single author or one single article at the earlier, if it is required, the author may be like get some information from that own article and as well as give an appropriate citation. That should be reduced to avoid to reduce our plagiarism. Sir, can you please? Next thing, manage your citation. Manage your citation. Here, maintaining like records of the source sources you refer to here. So we have to use citation software to manage the citation used for the paper. Actually, there are like I have given certain like applications like EndNote applications, reference manager, like Zero, Mendeley. So these are like applications will be used to manage our own citation, our citation for our entire like a research work. So for example, EndNotes and like a Mendeley. Actually, the Mendeley has many features. It is like if you want to like write your paper, it will be like it gives like many referencing style. It is like Chicago, Italian, or APA style, or like some other style. So, what are the style you have to use? So, first, whenever we are going to like write a research paper, first we need to set which kind of citation or like a referencing style we have to use. So, without clearing the referencing style, so we cannot write our research article in a good manner we know very well. Sir, can you please move the next slide, sir? Then what about the plagiarism checkers? So free softwares which are available in our web sources like duplicate checkers, copy leaks, small SEO tools, plagiarism checker, then Plagium. I think SEO tools. So whenever you are going to use some like free software, the SEO tools probably suggest this SEO tools. Minimum like 1,000 words it takes, and as well as it produced within like 3 to 4 minutes to publish the result. We can easily get the result within 2 to 4 minutes. 5 times we can use it per day. 5 times we can use it per day. SEO tools. Then what about like a duplicate checker and a copy leaks and a plagium? These are the like plagiarism online software we have. But the thing is, only like a single page or like only like 500 words or like 100 words. Only we can use it. Some other like software instead of we are using SEO tools. So can you please the next one, sir? Yes, referencing style. Here, why I am emphasizing regarding the referencing style. So whenever we are going to write a research paper, we need to to have appropriate knowledge regarding the reference style. The referencing style we have like the American Psychological Association. Here, we are commonly used this referencing style in our like psychology field. Then what about the next one? MLA format of a referencing style. It is like Modern Language Association, which is commonly used to cite a source within the language, art, cultural studies, and as well as like other humanities disciplines. Then what about the Chicago Manual of Style? So simply we can call like CMOS, so which is used in the humanities area. Then we have some other referencing style also. Actually, I have given the three materials to the like, a core member. Kindly use it. So can you please the next one, sir? Slide. So we have some other slide like a referencing styles also, like Associated Press style. Simply we can call AP style, which is used by journalists and other news and media writers. Then in Chicago, we have already discussed about it. Then the next thing is IEEE. IEEE means like a Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineering style, which is used in engineering and a computer science background people. And the next thing, AMA. AMA means like American Medical Association, which is used by the researchers who are in the background of like nursing and other medical. Then the next thing, ACM, what we call Association for Computing Machinery, which is used in like a computing and information technology field who are in this sector. Then the next thing is ASME. ASME means like the American Society of Mechanical Engineers. Probably it will be like under like a mechanical. So these are some other general reference style I have mentioned here for like other population. So probably actually in our psychology field we are using APA style, and some other like a commerce department background people also some of them are using our format. I have noticed many articles regarding like the commodity and food market. So also I have reviewed many articles regarding this. So I have gone through this. Then, sir, can you please? This is what about our slide, I think. Anyway, thank you, sir. Thank you for the given opportunity. If any clarification, kindly open to all.
Thank you, Dr. Vijay, sir. It was a wonderful session, a lot of information, and it was said in a very simple terms, which was very easy for us to understand also. Thank you so much for such an valuable input for us. Thank you so much, sir. Now
Yes,
we will have the question and answer session.
yes, ma'am.
So,
Excuse me, ma'am.
participants, yes,
Actually,
yes.
excuse me, ma'am. Sorry for the interruption.
Yes,
Actually, so I would like to give many clarification here. That's why I actually reducing my time to for my presentation. So anyway, we have like 20 minutes, so we can discuss more. That's why I have given. Yeah, please, ma'am.
yeah, sure. Thank you so much, sir. So participants, if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself and ask the question, or you can put it in the chat box. I will read it for you.
Akshay, I have a question.
Yes, Veena ma'am, kindly go ahead.
Vijay sir, thank you for that excellent presentation.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, I have a doubt, sir, because I've been like doing a lot of paperwork along with my friend. What happened is recently when we had this paper, when we sent it for testing the plagiarism, what happened is even our names were shown as something that is plagiarized. So how to cope with such sort of things, sir?
First thing is, so we have like a self-plagiarism. That is comes under the self-plagiarism, ma'am. First, I would like to inform you. The thing is, so we need to acknowledge, we need to give a appropriate citation for the ourselves first. Actually, whatever the material actually we have published in earlier. So whatever the thing we have like borrowed from our own material. So that the particular reference it has. Excuse me. Is it audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Kindly go ahead, sir.
Audible, sir. Please go ahead.
Actually, we need to give an appropriate citation for our own research work. It will be reduce our many self-plagiarism. Because what happened usually, research actually it will be happen at the like associate or assistant, even in the professor level. Because what usually do our students probably first read our article first, I think. So whatever the content we have given or we have published, simply the thing is we slightly give one variable according to the research paper publication. I have gone through many materials. I have gone through many like CV, other profiles. I actually was like many universities profiles I have noticed. It is like there are like narrow down process. When the author actually when the professors took or when the professors already published some research work, the students also like borrowed one variable or like slightly one or two variable from his research work. then simply actually they may not like provide the appropriate citation for the own their guide research work also. That is the problem we have facing now here for the self plagiarism.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for answering that.
Yes, ma'am. Because actually, whenever we are giving like the material, actually the students have a certain thirst. Actually, first we have to study our guide or our supervisor research paper first. Then we can get some idea regarding how to write a research paper. So that is what the students' mentality, ma'am. So when we actually when we are like putting the paper, combine the paper to the like with our students, it will be happen self plagiarism.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. There is a question in the chat box. I will read it for you, sir. So there is a question from Abhiruban. He has said, "Thank you for the wonderful presentation, sir. My doubt is regarding how do we cite the acts from the government? Like example, what is the particular format for citing the acts?"
Ma'am,
Hello, sir. Am I audible, sir?
ma'am, some other Nirmala, ma'am, can you please turn off your mic? Akshay Lakshmi, ma'am. Please
Yes, sir.
yeah, please turn off your mic, ma'am.
Okay.
Then other noise is there. Yes, yes, ma'am. Excuse me, sir. I think some yes.
Suresh, sir, can you mute the participants for a second, sir?
Yes, actually, I find the name of Nirmala. She unmuted herself, but I tried to mute, but there is no button in her name. Maybe she can, Nirmala M. Please find your device. Please mute your mic. Yes, actually, yes, I think, yes, then you can go ahead, actually.
Okay, sir. Thank you. So, so the question is, citation for acts from the government. Like example, WD Act 2016. Like, what is the format for writing the act, sir?
Ma'am, actually, I have given an appropriate referencing style to like a core member. Actually, it has like a not even like a act. Videos, but whatever the materials we have, even in the online library, we have like a data for separate. I have I think the doubt will be clarified, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, participants, if you have any more questions, you can unmute yourself and ask the questions. Or you can put it in the chat box.
I think there are many of them are not exposed or they are not in the verge of preparing RTP for publishing a research article. So they may not having many questions, but when they were writing, they will get more questions. Definitely, they will contact you at that time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. And that is an amazing session from my observation. And the need to be an awareness about what is plagiarism. I can say that, as you correctly said that in your presentation, unintentional. There are many research scholars, they are not aware about it, what they are doing it. And when we create this kind of information to many of the young budding researchers, definitely they will not do this kind of mistakes in their research. And you rightly pointed out that, and really good. Thank you so much for that information, sir. And you given the segregation, what are the different types and how we can overcome that, minimize that plagiarism in the article we are going up. As you, one more point which is mentioned in your presentation, that many of the young researchers, they try to publish an article within a week. But
Yes, sir.
in
Yes, sir.
reality, it is not possible at all. I think you have to collect
Yes, sir.
data that and this interpretation, everything is there.
Yes, sir.
And they are not aware about it, and we have to create it. I think rightly
Yes,
said, sir. Thank you so much.
sir.
Very good
What happens?
observation from my side.
Actually, what happens, sir?
Yes.
Usually, the experts are looking for the instant, sir. That is the problem, sir.
Very true, very true, sir. And I think we can, if there is no more questions, I think we can conclude the session, Akshaya. I think Dr. Shubhasri ma'am, are you there? Dr. Chandra? Dr. Chandra? Okay. Akshaya, I request you please propose vote of thanks for the today's session, and we will have another session tomorrow. Yes, over to you, Dr. Ms. Akshaya. She is our core team member, and she is an assistant professor of Department of Psychology, Bharatiya University.
Okay.
Thank you so much for this wonderful session. Personally, to say there was a lot of learning from my side, sir. I did have a lot of questions about plagiarism and other things, but then your presentation was very crisp and it was up to date. Even the plagiarism checkers that you have said, and there are how to write the perfectly. I was looking for that, especially how to quote the name of the author and the year, and you have very beautifully said it. I personally liked your presentation very much, sir. Thank you so much. So I would like to place my out of thanks on behalf of the American College Madurai, our core team members, and in Madras School of Social Work, Chennai, International Center for Clinical Psychology and Psychotherapy, Germany, MS Challamuthu Institute of Mental Health and Rehabilitation, Madurai, Redport Educational and Psychological Research Center, Madurai, and Psycho-Oncological Association, Turkey. We would really love to have you one more session with you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, participants.
Thank you all, and we will meet with another session tomorrow. Please join with us at 6:30 IST. We will meet tomorrow. Bye bye. Take care.